Most fitness advice for women over 40 gets glute training completely wrong. If you've been doing bridges, kickbacks, and band workouts at home and your glutes still aren't growing, it's not about your age, it's not about your hormones, and it's probably not even the exercises you're doing. It's the load. And almost no one training at home is getting it right. My name is Nina Marie, and I've been training women for over 20 years, and the number one mistake I see has nothing to do with which exercises they're choosing. It's that they follow a prescribed rep range, 8 to 10 or 10 to 12, and stop when they feel the burn or hit the top of the range. And it's exactly why their glutes aren't growing. In a moment, I'll show you a study that proves it and give you the 2 rules that will make your glutes grow no matter what exercise you choose. Then, I'm breaking down the only 3 glute movements you need with a progression ladder for each. And make sure you stick around for exercise number 3 because it's one almost every home program leaves out, and it's responsible for the part of the glutes that most women can't seem to build. But first, the 2 rules. Without them, none of the exercises will work. Rule number 1, train to failure. Muscle doesn't grow from reps. It doesn't grow from the burn. It grows from mechanical tension, and mechanical tension only happens when the muscle fibers responsible for size are actually being recruited. Here's the thing, those fibers are lazy. Your body doesn't recruit them until the smaller, weaker fibers are completely exhausted and the muscle is forced to call them in. Once they're called in, those are the reps that grow muscle. And the only way to guarantee you've gotten there is to take the set to failure, the point where the next clean rep physically will not happen. So when you stop at 12 reps because you felt the burn, you're stopping right before the fibers that grow your glutes ever get the signal to work. Rule number 2, get the load right. Failure alone isn't enough. If the load is too light, you can train to failure all day long and your glutes still won't grow. When you're in the gym lifting something heavy, the growth fibers get called in within the first few reps. The load does the work for you. But at home, with only your body weight or a light band, the small fibers can handle it on their own for a long time before the bigger ones ever get called in. And if the load is light enough, they may never get called in at all, no matter how hard you push. A 2018 study proved exactly that. Researchers had people trained to failure at 4 different loads: 20%, 40%, 60%, and 80% of their 1 rep max. Every group pushed to failure, but the 20% group built half as much muscle as the others. That tells us that below a certain load, even maximum effort doesn't work. So here's the rule. If you can do more than 30 reps of an exercise, the load is too light. It's below the growth threshold and no amount of effort will fix it. You have to make the variation harder. And that's exactly what these 3 movements are built for. 1 for each function of the glutes, each with a progression ladder you can climb the moment a variation gets too easy. Let's start with one almost every home program does, and almost no one does correctly. Movement number 1, hip abduction. Hip abduction builds the side of your glutes, the upper shelf. It's responsible for the rounded, 3-dimensional shape on the outside of your hips, and it's the area most women over 40 are most frustrated about because no matter how many squats and bridges they do, it stays flat. You see, squats, lunges, and bridges train the back of the glute max. But the gluteus medius, the side of the glute, is a completely different muscle and it has one job: hip abduction or pulling your leg out to the side. If you want to maximize growth in that area of the glutes, you have to train that function directly. For this, I recommend side lying hip abductions. Lie on your side, bottom leg bent, top leg straight. Lift the top leg up and slightly behind you so you feel it in the side of your glute instead of the hip flexor. Each rep should be controlled. If you can do more than 30 reps, add a light band above the knee to make it more challenging. To keep progressing, gradually move up to a heavier band as the lighter ones become too easy. And even when the heaviest band gets too easy, the next step is a more advanced variation, the banded side plank with hip abduction. Side plank position, band above the knees, lift the top leg into abduction and lower with control. Now your supporting glute is working isometrically the entire time while the top glute drives the abduction. This is how you build that side curve that makes the hips look full and round from every angle. But the side of the glute is only part of the equation. Next, we'll focus on the area of the glutes that makes up the overall size. Movement number 2, hip extension. Hip extension is the movement that builds the back of your glutes, the gluteus maximus. It is the largest, most powerful muscle in your body, and it's responsible for the size, shape, and lift everyone associates with a big booty. When women say they want their glutes to look fuller or rounder from behind, this is the muscle they're talking about. The glute max has one primary job: hip extension, or driving the leg backward behind your body. You're probably already doing exercises that train this function. The problem is that the glute max is a large muscle and it needs a heavy, demanding load to grow, and that's exactly what most home programs fail to provide. To start, I recommend the single leg glute bridge. Lie on your back, one foot planted, the other leg extended straight out. Drive through the heel of your planted foot and lift your hips until your body forms a straight line from shoulder to knee. Squeeze the glute hard at the top, then lower with control. If you can do more than 30 reps, elevate your planted foot. That extra range of motion will lengthen the glute under load and make the movement significantly harder. When the elevated version is no longer challenging, it's time to add resistance. Hold a dumbbell across your hips, and from there you can keep adding weight over time. This is what will grow the size of your glutes effectively without ever stepping foot in the gym. But size alone doesn't create the shape most women are actually after. Movement number 3, hip external rotation. This movement isn't about size. It's about keeping the hip joint that holds everything together so you can keep training hard for the next 20, 30, 40 years. Hip external rotation is what the deep stabilizing muscles around your hip do. The muscles underneath your glute max that hold your femur centered in the socket. They don't add visible size, but without them, your hip becomes a ticking time bomb. The number one reason women over 40 stop training their lower body isn't fatigue or lack of motivation. It's hip pain, knee pain, or a hip injury that takes them out of the game. I know this firsthand. I tore the labrum in my hip, and the exercises my physical therapist had me doing in rehab were the exact movements I'm about to show you. Because when the deep stabilizers are weak, the bigger muscles compensate. The hip joint loses its precise tracking, and the cartilage that protects it starts to wear down. Training this is how you protect your hips so you can keep building the glutes for decades. For this, I recommend the banded clamshell. Lie on your side with your knees bent at about 90 degrees, feet stacked and a resistant band looped just above your knees. Keeping your feet pressed together, open your top knee toward the ceiling as far as you can without rotating your hips backward. Pause at the top, then lower with control. If you can do more than 30 reps, move to a heavier band. When the heaviest band is no longer challenging enough, it's time for a more advanced variation, the fire hydrant. On all fours, band above the knees, lift your knee out to the side, keeping the knee bent at 90 degrees until your thigh is roughly parallel to the floor. Pause for 2 full seconds at the top, then lower with control. That pause is what forces the deep stabilizers to hold tension instead of swinging through the rep. Get all 3 of these movements right, and you're not just building a bigger booty. You're building a body that's stronger and more resilient. And if you're looking for a done-for-you program that puts all 3 of these movements into a complete weekly structure with progression sets, schemes, and a built-in plan to keep climbing the ladder, I built exactly that. It's called Home Booty 40, and it's completely free. Just click the link in the description, enter your name and email, and you'll get instant access. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.